everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited to do this Disney inspired look today. I believe we're on part 7, I want to say. 7, sorry, couldn't see my fingers on. But anyways, today's video is going to be a little bit different because I'm not using the generator mix today. So there's been one princess, my OG favorite Disney princess. So now it's like a toss-up between her and Anna, which is Belle. I wanted to do Belle inspired makeup and I wasn't getting her on the Disney generator mix. So since I decided that this week's video was going to be my last video that was specifically for Disney princesses, and I'm going to move on to just generating any Disney character, and if I happen to get another princess, that's cool, but it'll just be a general like Disney characters that will be generated. So since this is the last one that's Disney princess specific, I decided that I wanted to do Belle. And it also was inspired by my girl Hannah, my #1 fan. She out there, she's watching me right now. She's one of the people that is always in the comment section, guys. So she is actually one of my bridesmaids. I'm actually getting married this year, and she gave me a shout out earlier this week that just like blessed my heart, and so that just made me want to even more do this look because she is also her favorite Disney princess. So Hannah, this one's for you too, okay girl? Alright, so I want you to take a look at this. We got some gold, some yellow, and some blue. So since we didn't use a picture this time, I decided that I was going with her basic colors for both of her dresses, which is the Village Belle with her blue and white, and then her yellow golden gown that she wears in the movie. So that is what this look is inspired by, and if you want to see how I created it, then keep on watching. Hey guys, so we're gonna get started, but like I said earlier, today's a little bit different, so that also includes the way I prepared. So I've only done a very light amount of brow product in just my lids. I put some concealer and set it with powder as a lid primer. You can totally use a regular eyelid primer, but I like to use concealer because I feel like it's just as good. And I already have everything picked out. So I'm gonna use the Vintage Dawn palette by Ace Beauty, and I'm going to use these yellows right here and this gold. And then I'm also going to incorporate this Fairy Tale Storybook Cosmetics palette, and this is the Robin Hood one. And I'm going to be using these two colors as well. And then I'm also going to incorporate my OMG eyeshadow collection from Crown Beauty. And I'm actually just going to use one color on here, so I'm going to use this electric blue right here, and it's kind of hard to see because the packaging glares so much, but it's this electric blue right here. And I'm just going to get started on the eyes. So I'm going to start out with this palette right here, and I'm going to use this in my crease. I'm going to use this nice fluffy brush right here. And I'm going to do straight across like I'm trying to reach the corner of my eyebrow. Windshield wiper motion, but instead of curving, going back and forth. The reason I'm doing it this way is because my hope is to create a winged effect with the eyeshadow and eyeliner. So if I want the wing to come up this way, I need a sharp edge to meet it at. So if I go straight across, instead of curving, it doesn't cut the line as much, so it can have a sharper look. So now I'm going to dip into the Ace Beauty palette, and I'm going to start with that really vibrant yellow right here. And I'm going to use a more precise crease brush. Well, I consider it a crease brush, because I really want that color to like have an impact. So I'm going to use this fluffy brush, but it's like in between fluffy and pencil, and I'm going to dip into that color. same motion, just slightly above the crease. Now, I'm going to go into that same palette, but now I'm going to use that golden light shimmer yellow. And I'm going to take this angled, smaller, fluffy brush over here, it's a little bit smaller, to kind of easily go into that shape of my inner corner since it has the angle. And I'm actually going to be using a baby wipe. Totally up to you. I actually oftentimes, if I have a baby wipe available or a wet napkin or something, I'll swirl my brush on that before I tap into the powder that I'm using, the eyeshadow powder. So I'm going to do that right now because I want this to be a like super bright golden yellow in the inner corner to really make my eyes pop. So I only took that in the inner third of my eyelid. And now I'm going to use this gold, and I'm going to take that in the middle. Go back into that lighter shade that we used earlier, and I'm just going to lightly tap that on top of that center color of gold just to blend it in so it's not too dark of a transition, because we're going to try to go a little bit darker in our golds later as we go out. Just a little bit. Perfect. And now I'm actually going to use that same brush. I'm just cleaning it off on my baby wipe. And I'm going to go into our next gold, which is the gold in this palette that I showed you earlier. Now this one's definitely more of like a bronzy gold, but it's definitely giving the illusion that I'm looking for. Go back into that second gold and just overlap a little bit to get that blend in. So hopefully you can see that there's a slight gradient effect that's happening here, lightest to darkest. All right, now go back into that crease color, the bright yellow, and I'm going to make sure that I get the extension that I want on it to get that winged effect. So might need to bring it out just a tad more. Feel good about that. So now I'm going to go into that electric blue that I showed you earlier. And I'm going to use that as my eyeliner. So I'm going to use this tiny little, it's like a flat shader brush technically, but it's very thin. So I'm actually going to use it like an eyeliner brush. I'm swirling it on my baby wipe. And then I'm going to dip into it. Now this is a shimmery blue, which is exactly what I want. But you can opt for a matte, like royal blue if you want. Let's start in the center. So now what I'm going to do from here to the edge, I'm actually going to draw a straight line and then fill it into where my lash line is. I am tilting it up just a tad bit. It's not totally straight, I am curving it, but basically to meet where the curve is coming for that winged effect. Now here, if you can tell, it's not the sharpest wing, but that's not my intention, because eventually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the baby wipe to clean it up, and that should create the sharp line that I'm looking for. Okay, now that I've gotten the majority of the outer portion, I'm going to line the inner corners. Alright, so I'm satisfied with the color now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that baby wipe that I've been using. I'm going to wrap it around my finger. And I'm going to use the tip of my nail to like carve that line out and clean up the edge. So hopefully now you can see that sharp edge that we have now. So now I'm going to go ahead and finish the other side, do the rest of my face, and then I'll come back to finish up my eyes with you. Okay, so I got my foundation, my concealer on. I put on some golden highlight, a nice pinky blush, and a little bit of bronzer around my eyes. So now I'm going to finish up the bottom of my eye, my lower lash line. I'm actually going to use that darkest gold that we used earlier right here. And I'm going to start from the inner corner to about halfway. I'm using this tiny little pencil brush here. Going back in with that little liner brush that I used on my upper lash line, and I'm going to line from the middle out towards that wing with the same blue that I used earlier. So what I'm doing first is I'm trying to connect it from the V out here and bringing it down to my lower lash line. You could technically just draw the whole lower lash line, that royal blue, that sparkly shimmery blue, but I only want to go halfway in and let that gold on the inner half shine. I am, however, going to blend it in a little bit in between. Just trying to get rid of the harsh line and let them blend into each other. Now, I'm going to take this angled pencil brush and I am going to dip in to this palette. I'm actually going to take this almost white pearl shade and I'm going to use that to highlight my inner corner and my brow bone. Now I'm going to move on to my lips. I'm going to use this. This is the Tarte Wonder Lip Surgence lip cream. And I'm not sure what color this is. This is a sample size, but I do really like it. And I figured it would be a nice compliment to my lips. Or to my cheeks, I mean. Just going to clean off my lips really quick. Any foundation that's gotten on there. So I'm gonna go put on some mascara really quick. Nothing too crazy, nothing different than my normal routine. So if you see my previous videos, you know how I do mascara, you know which mascara I'm going to use, the Voluminous L'Oreal Black Carbon Mascara. I'm going to go put that on and I'll be right back. So, how'd we do? I gave myself a little half pony to give that belle kind of feel. Alright. I actually really like how this turned out, and I hope you did too. So, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give this video a nice thumbs up down over here. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can stay tuned to see my next video as I continue the series on Disney inspired looks. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye!